We are Community Hope, an organization that mentors at-risk youth to help them build a brighter future.
In the past decade, the poverty rate of children in North Carolina has been amongst the highest in the nation, ranked 39th in child poverty rates according to the Center for American Progress. As a result of living in low-income households, children may suffer from a variety of negative health and social experiences. In the essay Multiple Dimensions of Family Involvement, the authors discuss studies done on preschool-age children and the level of involvement the parent or parents had in their child's education, and found that students who had behavioral problems generally had parents reporting lower levels of school contact. This leaves the child to experience the negative effects of low education and retention issues. In Scott Sleek's essay, How Poverty Affects the Brain and Behavior, he discusses that children who grow up in a low-income environment are more likely to experience discrimination, crime, less parent involvement in their education, and lack of health care. This can result in mental disorders, low education, low IQ scores, and memory issues due to a lack of stimulation.
It has been shown that children with behavioral problems early on could be limited on growing socially later in life. A study conducted by the University of Bristol found that, quote, 35% of boys from the poorest fifth of households had clinical level symptoms of behavioral problems at age 3, compared with 15% of those in the higher 4/5 of the income distribution. By age 7, 22% still experienced behavior problems, compared with 10% of those from wealthier homes, end quote. In addition to this, researchers at the University of Pennsylvania found that memory is significantly more at risk than other aspects of a child's life, particularly because of the role that parent involvement plays in supporting the child emotionally and intellectually. Parents of low-income families are more likely to work multiple jobs and therefore cannot spend as much time with their children, and in the absence of parent support, children are less likely to perform well because they are unable to remember and retain the concepts they learn in school. A majority of the issues discussed stem from a lack of interaction or unsafe and unhealthy environments. These issues have been proven to have a snowball effect and continue well on into the child's life, especially if they begin in a child's years of key development. If this issue is not addressed when children are young, they will struggle with behavioral and developmental issues well into the rest of their lives. Socioeconomic status impacts access to resources for children, and kids whose families can't afford those resources or to spend extra time on schoolwork at home will suffer the consequences due to no fault of their own. However, if children can connect with a mentor, studies show that as they age, they will be less likely to become a bully or break the law and more likely to succeed academically. Dr. Marilyn Price Mitchell, a developmental psychologist and researcher, wrote an essay discussing the studies on the effects of mentorship, especially for at-risk youth. One study done by North Carolina State University found that disadvantaged students who had a relationship with a mentor were twice as likely to attend college compared to those with no mentor. Furthermore, young students gain support and confidence through the relationship shared with their mentor, which can also help curb the urge to act out in school. Additionally, according to a synopsis of research papers published by the National Recreation and Park Association, it has been proven by numerous studies that active physical recreation has strong, positive impacts on physical health, mental health, social functioning, and youth development. Recreation is an important component in combating the energy surplus and stresses that often cause behavioral issues in low-income children.
Community Hope is partnered with the YMCA to give students living in affordable housing conditions help academically. The YMCA's mission is to put Christian principles into practice through programs that help healthy spirit, mind, and body for all. Their goal is to create lasting personal and social change by working together. Regardless of age, income, or background, everyone has the opportunity to learn, grow, and thrive. The YMCA is more than just a building where people go to work out. It is a community-centered presence that brings people together and nurtures potential through local and global reaches. The Y is focused on 3 main things: youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility. Adding the recreation element to Community Hope would go hand in hand with the YMCA's goals. The Y is focused on recreation and living healthy lives, so adding this element will enrich the kids' lives physically as well as academically and emotionally. Adding this component to Community Hope would be a way to reach more kids in the Raleigh area, which will lead to more awareness of what the YMCA has to offer.
The YMCA has established a very strong reputation in communities throughout the country as a place where children can go to express themselves, stay active, and build friendships. Community Hope, a program operated under the YMCA, provides children of the elementary school age in the Raleigh area who are lacking supervision and care with mentors ranging from high school to college age to help with schoolwork and provide guidance. We plan on expanding the program by providing more recreation time for the children so they receive a physical aspect as well. We plan continued use of current unpaid volunteers. We will require longer access to facility space, about an extra hour, 1 to 3 days a week, to enhance the current experience. Depending on the success and growth of the program, we may eventually require more facility access and potentially funds to compensate mentors, which we could possibly acquire through a progressive tuition system based on family income if the program growth is successful. With Community Hope run out of local locations, a very beneficial relationship could come of the partnership from the YMCA community as well as the community of Raleigh.
Our main goal is to extend the current Community Hope program to include a stronger focus on physical activity. You, as our Shark Tank, are the volunteers that already run Community Hope. We are asking that you devote more time, an extra hour, to allow for extra recess time that will be highly beneficial to the children in the program. We feel that greater success will come from a program that focuses more on one-on-one time between mentors and kids that combines learning, mentorship, and physical activity for a well-rounded recreation experience. The current program is lacking the physical aspect, so in order to take more time to address that, we will need you to spend more time with the kids.
Our organization will help a significant amount of kids in North Carolina, kids who may be growing up in homes that cannot provide the same opportunities most can. We will help them with anything they need, whether it's school or just being a friend to cheer them up when needed. We need you guys, the Shark Tank, to help us with this program by being the volunteers. You are the key to our success. Help us help kids who need it.